Greetings, programs. My name is Reedz, aka Tron Midi Archive, the musician slash composer slash sentry, streaming from a random location once again. And I'm here with Day, aka Discs of Tron. Um, oh boy, we got a pretty packed episode today. Been kind of hyped. Big surprise coming in like a minute or so. You know what's weird? We're recording on a Sunday. I don't know why. I'm always busy Sundays, but today is just one of those days where I'm free. Anyways, all right. Since we're already in the second month of 2022, this cycle's going by too fast. All right, vibe check. How's everybody doing? Same. That's the mood too. Honestly, me too, because that's how I feel in the middle of this month.
Insert your response here.
Yeah. Thank you, Anon, for your commentary. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Anon. You're the best.
All right. Attention. Calling all riders. The light rail en route to the realm of Tron fanfiction is about to leave the station. So, honestly, I don't know. I'm really excited about this segment because, both of us are writers. We also have someone very special and very amazing joining us for this episode.
Indeed we do.
This person is a really, really good friend of ours and one of the best known writers of Tron. She is a really devoted member of the Tron community and has made us lose our souls to the angst, and our feelies sometimes will disappear into who knows where.
I eat them.
She is even... Yes. She is even writing up her own novel that Day and I, as well as a few more of our friends, are reading.
It's incredible.
Hello.
We are very happy to have her as our first guest. So welcome our very good friend, ScribeOfRhapsody, or else Day will sometimes call her.
Woo!
Oh, this is the part where you say
I insert it. Okay, sorry.
For a second there, I was like, when does he ever call me? Woo!
Yeah, no, I thought we were going to the cheering already. Give me a second, I gotta pull up the list.
I thought you had it out already.
No, I didn't. Where do you want me to start? We have so much here.
Abbreviate it.
Just abbreviate it. I'm laughing too hard. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, we also call her ScribeCity, or Isolated Scribe of Knee-Breaking Inkstity, if you would prefer.
Yay.
That's gonna be fun to edit.
Okay, so anyways, Day and I thought it'd be a great idea to bring Scribe in to talk about Tron fanfiction. Okay, but for real, we gotta really promo one of Scribe's fics because every time I read it, I always cry. So if you ever have the chance, go read Stranger, Why Do You Care? This is a really, really good fic, and if you want your feelies hurt, please read it.
Yes, I beta read Stranger when Scribe was writing it, and there were times where I was just like, man, this is pure evil. It's incredible. Here's your typo, by the way. But I cried.
Legit, that's what your messages were like, and I was over here laughing my head off about it. His most popular responses to my writing are, I hate you. Write more.
Yeah, literally. It's like, I hate you, I love it, I hate you, write more. It's...
Wonderful. This is so angsty. Please write more.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, in the basis of fanfiction, sometimes we always have our pairings, our ships. And so in Tron, we definitely got a pretty good amount of ships. So we're going to go ahead and start in order, starting from 82, and we're going to work our way up to Uprising. So Trory, otherwise known as Tron and Yori.
Adorable.
Yeah, they are honestly the best ship in the movie and one of the best programmed ships in general.
Very
and
true,
next to Beige. And of course, try and change my mind. So the one thing that I like is just the little interactions between them in 82. They're so sweet, and it just makes them an amazing pairing. Like, I remember some old still life pictures of Tron and Yori were just adorable, and Tron's braid. I wish
Oh,
that
no.
we got to see in the movie.
No!
Tron's Padawan braid.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Like, literally, that deleted scene and then just the photography. I'm like, why didn't we see this? Like,
I get why
Because
they
have
took...
you-
Yeah,
Would you have taken any of the film seriously if you knew that braid was hiding under that helmet?
oh no.
Our battle-hardened warrior, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, move out of the way, Flynn. Don't you dare go all Mr. Steal your program. And Tron already shoved her away from you on that light sailor. Don't even try.
And yet, in the original trailer for 82, they had Flynn and Yori's kiss in it.
No, I hate
spoilers
that.
for a 39-year-old film, I guess. I don't.
Almost.
I feel like you're a little
it's
bit
almost
past
40,
the point
so I
of a
don't care.
spoiler warning at that
Yeah,
point.
I feel like I'm safe saying spoilers, but just in case, Ram dies, so have fun.
Wow.
Harsh guy. Ugh. I really love the two of them, just in general. One of the things I have always loved about Tron's relationships, just all of them, is how healthy they seem to be. There's not a lot of just drama thrown in for the sake of drama. Most of their actual canon pairings are pretty well fleshed out, or just, lighthearted and sweet. There's not a lot of bickering over anything, really.
Yeah, there isn't. They don't use their relationship for conflict, which is something I really like. And it's great because they're already established. Like, we don't get much build up to them. But, like, Tron just goes, I know someone. Then he goes and finds her. And yay, they're in love.
It's
The
a really
82 novel. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say it's a really unique take because you get that Alan and Laura at first, and even though they aren't the same people, they still lay the groundwork so that when you get to Tron and Yori, it's just like, oh, this is natural. And they're pretty much, the same type of dynamic anyway.
They're soulmates.
Yes.
But like in 82's novel, which you should read by the way because it's amazing and incredible. When Tron is in the cells with Ram and Flynn, he is that whole scene where Flynn meets Ram. Tron's just standing there in the background in the film, but in the book, it talks about how he's like silently missing Yori a lot, and it's really sweet and like really sad, and you just want to like give him a hug, tell him it'll be okay, but.
He's been needing a hug. After 82, he's been needing a hug. That poor program.
Uprising.
I think it'd be shorter to go over the list of which characters don't need a hug in this universe or therapy.
Very, very true.
Yep. But yeah. So, yeah, they're definitely one of the best program shits, but also, we got to also think about their users since both of those, they're also a couple. So, Alan Bradley and Dr. Laura Baines.
A. Brad himself.
Yeah, my bad. A. Brad.
Watch our ARG episode if you don't understand that reference.
Anyways, these two are such adorable nerds. A really easy 2-word synopses to describe the two. Like, honestly, Laura, you can yeet as many pillows at Flynn whenever. I mean, if you throw Flynn in there, you get a nice chaotic trio of just
You really
them,
do. They're a great trio.
What I like in general about the dynamic they set up with Tron and Yori and Alan and Laura, they're very similar. They're the same type of dynamic, but it's kind of a little bit reversed because Laura's a little bit more of the Spitfire one in the real world, throwing things at Flynn and whatnot and being gung-ho, oh, yeah, let's just go break into Incom.
Yeah. And then Alan's like, well, I mean, I just need to get my Tron program up and running, Laura. So corporate espionage? Yeah. Literally just like no hesitation. I love it.
Flynn in the back like, yes, more embezzling, let's go.
Let's go.
They're right about the friendship trio. That trio is so unique in media. I don't think I've ever seen anything else that's portrayed an ex relationship coming back to around such a healthy friendship, and also Alan and Flynn's dynamic of how at the beginning of the movie, Alan is just like, ugh, Flynn, I don't want to talk to that guy, and then fast forward to Legacy, and they're just we're BFFs for however many years afterwards.
And like Scribe, I know you hate betrayal, but
yes, I do.
Bring it up for this trio because it does showcase Alan and Flynn's friendship really well. And it also showcases Flynn and Laura's friendship. And like you said, Flynn and Laura, they're exes, but they're still really good friends. And I feel like despite its faults, Betrayal does show that really well.
I'll grant you that, except for them using the wrong names for each other. That just really bothered me while I was reading that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we don't want to get. I don't want to go. What happens in 2.0 and Ghost in the Machine because that's a trip.
We aren't going to talk about that. We have another episode coming up on that.
Yeah. Oh, and you'll get to see me lose my insanity talking about Ghost in the Machine. So that's coming soon.
Can I just tune into that and snicker quietly in the background? I don't have to be a guest. I just want to listen in.
Maybe.
Before Dav gets to cut out the screaming or the complete mental breakdown in editing phase. I just want to listen to Reedz lose her mind.
I would cut any of that out?
But yeah. But Alan and Laura are just a really great user couple.
Slight side
mainly. Oh, go ahead.
Slight side note. The one thing I actually legitimately love about Betrayal is that we actually get to see a little bit of Flynn and Jordan.
Yes.
Yes.
Very sweet
Flynn
there.
And Jordan are amazing, and it's a shame that we didn't get to see more of them because she was like the perfect chaotic neutral to just pure chaos.
All right. Moving on into Tron Legacy. One of the primary, primary ships that we enjoy is Sora or Sam and Korra.
Of course.
They are some of my favorites. They're amazing. Unfortunately, since we haven't gotten to Tron 3 yet, looking at you, Disney, we didn't get to see how their relationship grew, but it was very obvious that they were setting them up to be a ship.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly, something I love, and it's a subtle thing that no one talks about, but it's like when they first meet, and like that handshake Korra does with him, and he's just like so uncomfortable. It makes me really... It's just like, I love them. They're precious. Don't ever hurt them, please.
I will not promise you that in any regard for my fix. Sorry.
You haven't You don't even know where my fics are going, so it's... it's a thing.
Like, when we go back to Sam's backgrounds, like from the ARG, he's gone through a lot since Flynn disappeared, so, having Korra as his partner... I mean, good for him. He needs someone like Korra to get him through the rest of his life.
I feel like she's going to be so chaotic, even if we didn't get to see it. I feel like she'd be so chaotic and curious on the outside world that he'd have to actually just tone down and be like, no, you cannot jump off that building. Wait.
Wait a minute. Hold up. She has the advantage of being able to literally pull out the newspapers with him jumping off a building.
I'm imagining Alan in the background just like watching this with popcorn.
No. Alan would be telling her to stop, and then Laura would be sitting there with popcorn.
But Alan's always the one with popcorn. He's the popcorn.
You're right. Alan would be watching with popcorn, and Laura would be helping her put on the parachute.
Yeah, and then Roy's somewhere in the back with the rest of the popcorn.
He's trying to get Alan's attention so he can get some popcorn from him. Like, hey, hand it over.
Some things never change.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Chairman A. Brad Allen Bradley. Can I have some of your popcorn?
Chairman A. Brad Allen Bradley.
Hey, I had to. That definitely didn't like come out as intended, but I thought it was funny.
I'm dying over here, don't mind me.
I think we laugh more here than the ART.
I'm gonna change my name to that temporarily in the Tron server. I hope you realize.
Please
Please
do.
do.
Please do, with no
Jinx.
other context.
For those of you that don't know, I'm usually isolated thinker in the Tron community, so I've always been Alan in some regard over there.
So if y'all are listening to this like around the time it comes out, that may still be her name there, I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe.
Well,
if not, then now you have insight into the past.
On the show notes, we'll get a link to the Tron community so you can also experience the
Yes,
chaos.
Because we're just as chaotic as this, even when we're not on calls together.
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Probably more so. I do a lot more maniacal
Honestly, you
laughing
have
in
a
actual
point.
chat.
Yeah, just like Sam and Cora. I can imagine Cora would be like the one person immediately, once she gets into the user world, is like gets addicted to coffee.
Oh no! I don't want to see Cora on coffee. That's horrifying.
Like,
nah, she would probably love. Have you guys ever been to like Barnes and Noble?
Yes.
With a Starbucks inside?
Yeah.
yes, that's
that's
her.
That would be her
Perfect.
None of
favorite
that.
place. Especially since Sam is rich and she can just get however many books and however many cups of coffee
true.
she wants.
He'll just buy her the whole store.
I'm imagining Sam just like coming back and finding all of this random obscure crap that's showed up from Amazon or something into his house. It looks cool. You have the money.
He would show Quora like a Kindle and she would just die.
Like, all the books are digitized.
This is incredible.
She'd probably
I'm
start
laughing.
buying things like some book that got adapted into a movie. She'd just go buy a whole bunch of props from that movie and just start setting them up around the house.
She would have like rooms dedicated to it.
So the fact that you said Amazon, I'm just in here like, yes, all the packages to Samuel Earl Flynn.
I'm curious
Are we done?
No, I'm curious.
No.
Sam, do you think he'd like keep Cora just kind of like in the background for a while or introduce her to Alan immediately? Because either way, there's just so many scenarios there.
Well, here's the thing. It was impossible for Alan to go into the arcade at the end of Legacy with Cora standing outside and for him not to have any questions at all.
Well, she was hiding around
I'm
the
sure
corner.
he was just like, hey, Sam, who's that girl next to your bike outside?
Don't mention it, eh, Brad? I mean,
Yeah, don't.
You know.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the one scene in Legacy that really seals the deal of this ship is definitely the Solar Sailor scene.
For sure.
When they talk about the sunset, I'm just all like, yes. And the way
Yeah.
that he stares at her when he says beautiful, I'm like, there
Aw.
it is. It's right there.
Yep, he's in
Ship.
love.
I
He's hopeless.
invited a friend over to watch that, and as soon as that line came up, she just like, she cupped her hands around her mouth and went, smooth! It was great. I do still wonder, however, how anyone thinks of them as a sibling dynamic after that
I
scene.
was trying to avoid this topic.
It needs
But
to
yeah,
be
so
mentioned, but
there are some
moved
people,
on from quickly.
for context, there are some people who, because they see Sam and Cora as more of a sibling dynamic because Flynn was a father figure to both of them, which, no, ew, gross.
I mean, you could just pull the, oh, well, that's like father-in-law type dynamic you got going on.
I was telling
there.
my sister that, and that's exactly what she said.
That makes me so uncomfortable after the Solar Sailor scene to even remotely think of them as a sibling dynamic. No.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Nine.
Not in my system.
Not in my system. Yeah.
Okay, moving on from Legacy, we're gonna hit straight into Tron Uprising with another really good program ship, Beige or Beck and Paige.
Also
Beige,
known
beige.
as Renipage.
Renipage.
That's another one. I prefer beige though because it's better.
Yeah.
I prefer Renipage, but it's more fun to say beige, beige, beige.
It is. So, beige is literally the enemies to lovers trope, but like
Yes.
the best. Because like we see them in the first episode and they're fighting and it's great, and then they fight a lot, and by the time we get to Isolated, you start thinking, "Is this happening? Are they gonna be a ship?" And then we get to Welcome Home, and you're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's a ship." And then they freaking go on a date on Rendezvous. It's amazing. We love it.
I
And we
do
didn't
really
get a
love
season
that
2.
they built up Paige and Beck rather than Paige and the Renegade initially, in terms of them taking first steps into an actual relationship.
Yeah.
Because that just, I feel like that's something Beck actually really needed, was somebody seeing him, even though he's still gonna hide a bunch of crap from her, obviously. You've got that whole, she really sees Beck himself, and she likes him. She's not interested in the Renegade other than, trying to kill him. So it's a really nice
literally
dynamic.
Rendezvous shows that greatly, because we see her with Beck the whole time. She leaves him at the end because she's sad. And then he visits her as the Renegade, and she's immediately just like, "Shut up, because I want to kill you, but I'm too sad to do it right now." So
I'm picturing that Gordon Ramsay meme.
Oh.
which one?
Well, that would have to be censored if it was put on here, but like...
Oh,
Yes, you know the one?
now I know.
Oh dear, oh gorgeous. That one.
Yep. Okay.
I still laugh every time I go back and rewatch Welcome Home. Like I put this in my notes. Like I swear, sometimes Beck can be a typical high school flirt, especially how he leans to the side of the train, staring at Paige. I'm like,
She's like,
bruh.
"Oh hey, Paige," and she's just like, "Who the frick are you?"
do you remember me from the games? One goes free, and Paige.
He's
is
just like, "We
"Oh."
talk. I talk to a lot of programs out of my way." Like, she does not give a crap about him.
I love
And
how
then-
he forces the whole thing, the forced flirting, and he's just like, it's like he's trying so hard just to cause a distraction, and then later he ends up with a date, and you're like, wait, did that just work?
Well, it's like,
What?
the thing that comes to mind is the beginning of Rendezvous, when he's quote-unquote gathering intel, and just watching all of his discs footage of her, and
I'm
it's just
just gonna
like,
put that in
that's
the chat.
freaking adorable. And then
Me?
Tron's just like, "So you're going on a date?" "It's not a date. I'm gathering intel." "It's a date." "No, I'm just trying to turn her to our side." "I thought you were gathering intel."
Error 404.
Tron just calls him out.
I love
Error
that he doesn't
404,
even-
Beck not found.
Tron is just like so nonchalant about the whole situation. He's like, you're stupid, but you're gonna learn a lesson about it. I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Yeah. Tron's like, "Whatever. If it goes well, it goes well. If it ends bad, you learn the lesson, and I'll tell you about Yori." So,
Need that, thank you. We're season 2.
I cry.
Ron's probably just lurking in the back, like, "Oh, young love, just like back in the old system with me and Yori. Oh, I miss Yori," and then cue the depression.
Cue depression. Isn't that just scars, though?
Basically.
Isn't that just Tron's whole life after 82, though?
True.
Poor dude.
Poor Tron.
The summary of the whole show. Poor Tron.
Poor dude.
Yes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes. I do like the breakup as much of I am usually not a huge fan of them doing the whole breakup get together thing repeatedly, but in terms of Uprising, I think it was done really well in that they laid the groundwork for them because they clearly had plans for later stuff if they hadn't been canceled. But I feel like the breakup with them was actually pretty well needed because that way you get to see Paige grow on her own and, kind of find her own way before you actually get into a relationship. Because if she was just, turning good for the sake of Beck, I feel like it would not have the same impact. I feel like that would really cheapen her character. So her actually finding that redemptive road that they were clearly setting her up for on her own before maybe them getting back together, I feel like that would have been very nicely done.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Pavel is such a buzzkill.
Oh my gosh.
Pavel, why?
Pavel is the worst. He ruined the OTP.
First he ruins the pairing, and then he bit. Like, I
A
cried.
bit.
Oh my gosh, I don't like thinking about what happened to Bit.
That sealed the deal on why Pavel is on my bottom list, because I'm like, you're cool and you're maniacal, but why did you do that?
Because
Because
he's a sociopath.
probably because I'm a sociopath with a long history of violence.
Exactly. He tried to kill Paige on the train in Welcome Home. He was just like, "Oh, you're gonna die. Oh well."
That's not even the first time he left her to die in isolated.
That really isn't isolated too. And then Tesla was
Yeah.
like, "You moron, go back and save her."
Yes, General Tesla, it's just gonna be me and him, and I'll get a big promotion.
And then Tesla's like, "Enough Purgos, I guess."
Look on his face. Yes.
He deserved it.
He did.
Karma.
Karma is a glitch, Pavel, and you deserve it.
I think Tesla was just like, how can I get Pavel out of my hair and also make him suffer? I got it. Send him to the scum of the city.
Yeah, he can just chill with Lomax. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can go get some grid energy or I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Purgos is sus, so
Probably get grid
Purgos, you
poisoning.
can't trust anyone.
yeah, grid poisoning. Too many grid. There's probably grid bug hives down there.
Ew.
But yeah, those are mainly our favorite ships. I know there's other ones out there, but the ones that we talked about there are our most favorite ships. And just because of the good character dynamics and just Tron does a really good job with these ships in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, if y'all want more of these, because there are more ships, let us know. We can talk about them.
I feel like we have been avoiding one that was pretty prominent in Uprising, but
I think I know which one you're referring to.
Oh no.
Look, man, I dealt with guys like that in my cash register days.
Oh no.
Zed,
No.
you need to chill.
Oh, Zed.
I mean, you kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like, build a bridge. Get over it.
Yeah.
She doesn't want you.
I realized the fact that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I made some cards for the Tron community that I'm going to drop tomorrow. And the more we talk about these ships, I'm sitting here oh man, I feel scared to post these.
Oh,
no. Oh, because I've seen them, yeah.
Those are only 3. I have the rest because I was I could put Pavel's in.
No,
Why?
No.
We literally just talked about how he's a sociopath. Why?
Yeah, you'll see the action shot that I use. It's from Rendezvous.
Oh no!
Oh no! I know what shot it is
We
now.
all know exactly which one she's talking about.
Y'all will see it tomorrow when I make the announcement. Well, I need to put them in a zip file first because I made 10 of them. I made 10 of them.
I look forward to that.
Same, but I'm still scared.
I was actually wheezing because I'll just the one I made for Beck actually made me die because it was that same scene I was talking about in Welcome Home with him leaning on the train.
Yes.
Hey girl, are you a grid bug? Because I can't seem to get rid of you.
That seems very zen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm laughing too hard. Sorry, Reedz just sent the one in question in chat.
It's beautiful.
I mean, that's very Beck, knowing
But yeah, so you guys can see all of those either in the Tron Community Discord server or on the Tron Community Instagram. So make sure you go follow those. You can follow me on Discs of Tron on Instagram and Twitter. You guys plug yourselves.
Yeah.
All
you
I
can
have
follow
is
me,
Discord and YouTube. I'll go after Reedz.
No, you're good. Yeah, you can follow me at Tron Midi Archive on Instagram and Tron Midi Archive on Twitter. I guess I make Twitter posts often. It's weird. I asked about the Legacy Valentine's Day cards because I forgot those existed. But yeah, that's me.
I am ScribeOfRhapsody on Archive of Our Own, fanfiction.net, and YouTube. I don't really do a lot with social media, though, so Discord's my main one there.
And then don't forget, you can follow Tron Lives Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and you can email us at tronlives2010@gmail.com.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Scribe, for joining us on this episode.
Yes.
Oh, this is a
all
blast.
these
It was really
ships-
fun having you here.
Yeah. And basically, to all of those are listening, you just got a dose of the chaos that happens.
A very
between the
small
three of us,
dose.
because we are such good friends and really good writers. So y'all definitely got the dose of it.
You should
But
see the
yeah,
cursed emojis we've made up.
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
Join the Discord if you want those.
That's
I guess.
true, yes.
Yeah, if you want to see what happens, yeah,
join the Discord
Tron
and ask
community.
for Happytron. We'll be happy to show you what
Link
Happytron
will be in the
emoji
show
is.
notes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Just remember, Tron lives for the good of the uprising.
End of line.